and shininess maps are new elements brought to us by IMVU Studio. These give us the opportunity to increase the shine and depth of our outfits that we create. We're going to pull each new texture that we created in Photoshop to Photoshop, and now we will begin to create our shininess maps. Our first step is to desaturate each texture. So we're going to select the first one, Image, Adjustments, Desaturate, and follow the process for these next three textures. You can soften it up by going to Blur, Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and adding about a 0.3 blur to your image. And this is not necessary, this just depends on your own preference. And the next step we will do is to adjust the light and shadow. So if you would like more light and less shadow, or shine, all you would do is go to Levels, and you can adjust each texture the way you would like to create the shine that you're wanting. The brighter something is, the shinier it will be. So you can just go with that. You can adjust it with curves, either darken or light. You can bring it up, you can bring it down, and it just depends on your preference and how you prefer this to look. Now the next step that you would do is to bring your original opacity maps that match the texture. So we're going to do this, and here. We're going to bring these into Photoshop. Now we're going to drag our front opacity to our front texture, back opacity to our back texture, and sleeve opacity to our sleeve texture. And this is so that we can create a black layer where there will be no shine, where there will be no fabric. Select the white portion of our opacity map and press delete. And we will do that for each texture that contains an opacity map. We will take these curved layers and levels layers and bring these over to the other textures. And we're going to bring that below the opacity, and then bring it again to the next one and below the opacity. And for the pants, we're going to adjust independently, and by adjusting the levels, we adjust the amount of light. We'll have our top selected. This is the top front. We're going to go where it says shininess, click the plus sign, add image, and then we're going to go tutorial top shine. Add that in, and we're going to adjust the reflectivity to 50. We want receive shadows enabled because eventually we want this outfit to be able to receive shadows that are cast from trees or whatnot. So we will make sure that is enabled, and we'll do that for every texture on this outfit. Now let's go to our pants. We're going to set this reflectivity to 25 because we don't want these as shiny as our top. And then we will double check that we have all of our settings the same. Make sure receive shadows is enabled. We're going to double check the MCG layer and make sure alpha test is enabled. No shine is necessary. So now let's hit preview. And now we can see that this has created a lovely little shine and given it just an extra pop. And in Photoshop, you have the option to render your own maps. So this is why having the layers merged for this portion is important. So we're going to go to our sleeves. We're going to go to Filter, 3D, Generate Normal Map. And here you can see the contrast details of the texture you're editing, and you can adjust the detail scale and the amount of blurring. I like this setting right here for this outfit, so I'm just going to hit OK. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same for each texture. So again, we will go back to our top texture. We're going to click on Normal, Add Image, and we will select our top front normal map. Now here we can see we've got the basic shine, but now let's look and see what happens when we add our little normal maps. Preview, and now we have just an added bit of depth and texture to our outfit. You can see the way it shines against the legs and against the top, and how the light follows as the light is in the room. One error we may run into when working with normal and shine maps is we find a little bit of a halo glow going on, and this is because our textures are on composite blend. So what we want to do is select alpha test. So you can see right here this shine that should not be there. We've selected it back to alpha test, which would be no blending. Hit preview, and now the shine is gone. And now you're ready to go ahead and upload your product.